wonder if he recorded those boops. Oh well. As the time passed and everyone decided to go off and have a few things, running some errands before you got called in today, one of you went on a date and learned a bit of information about the world and what's really going on. And ultimately, you probably likely forgot. Don't know. There's recording online. You can look back at it all you want. You should have this information anyways. I digress. If you want to know more about it, you can roll a history check if you want. But then all of you were suddenly called into the principal's office and were immediately told to regroup and be here by the afternoon, midday, which is the afternoon. I said that twice. Anyways, all of you are here except for two of you. Ramon currently is just here as well. You look at your boss and he seems a little irritated, but ultimately no worse for wear. You look in front of you and stands a man of average height of 5'7" with blonde hair and blue piercing eyes. You can all tell that he's human, but he just looks so disapproving at all of you. Maybe because you accidentally broke the law, maybe because you guys are terrible cops, or maybe he just doesn't like you, or maybe all of the above.
It's a cat allergy.
He looks at you and states, "Now then, and you want to explain what's going on? If not, I can run it down the list." Ramon then.
Do you,
Good.
I can imagine a couple of reasons, but I'd rather just get to the true reasons.
Ramon then states, yes, perhaps we should, not drag this along. Fine then. Each of you have been responsible for a number of possible leaks, as well as possible misinterpretation of the rules, as well as what you can do lawfully and legally within the city. Yes, you can harm others, but only if it involves and pertains to the job. If you're on your own time, you're not allowed to do this. One of you mentioned in the report that had gone on yesterday that there was a police officer around with you that saw all of this, but addressing the badge number that he had that you apparently found, there was no such officer of the law there at that point in time. Regarding to the trade merchant that you spoke of, there is no such merchant there at the shop. We had eye reports that someone was physically there, however, clearly they were illegally there selling these monsters as you put them. Ramon then states, well, technical pets, but we can. He then looks directly at Ramon. And you let this all happen. Well, it is my I don't care. Seeing as your team, lack thereof, seems to understand the rules, I've decided to implement a new change of policy. In doing so, we will receive one court guard initiate and one intern from the school. In doing so, we will also get a surveillance agent with you. Oh, not a sieve. You hear Ramon state, yes. Beyond this, you're lucky you're even still having a job. As we move over to the school. The school's garden, to be precise. Boop.
Oh, Bara got things to say to that.
It's Hoot Hoot!
Boom. Rex, what name does your character use?
Shorthand Ezzy. Also, I'd need to give you the right token.
Oh, okay.
The current token she's got set up is not her common wear. Give me a moment. No, wrong one. Do. I don't even have the normal one set up. That's my bad.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll just work with this for now. Just currently changing something. Okay. As one of you stands right in front of the other, facing each other and squaring off, you had just finished off what you know as a little round of tournaments. Or at least that's what they're described as. Your team and the rest managed to deal with each other, but there's still animosity, but the rules are the rules, so nothing happens beyond this. At least nothing illegal that would cause an uproar around the area. Seeing that, go ahead and roll me a d20, 15 and higher. Your team won. Below that, tough fight. You can
I
either
do
use
have
strength or
images for
dexterity.
both teams, by the way.
Okay, great, because you gave me none of those, so I had to work with what I had.
Yeah, no, I just haven't written personalities for them yet. Do you say Dex or?
Dex or strength?
Oh, big rip.
Oh, that was so close, too. You were winded, you were blown out of the water, is what the other team likes to say. However, you fairly fought up quite strong. If it wasn't for your ace, which is someone that gets turntabled round and about, maybe because they had to finish the lesson in class that you lost, but hey, that's neither here or there. You can chastise them later while you're not currently regrouping and setting off the flames from around you. The flames dissipate, and the other team just looks snobbily at you. One member simply states, if that's all you've got, then you've clearly got nothing. Another one then states, oh, I don't know, they seemed rather strong, and the guy that said the other thing just stares daggers at her. But, not great. Woo. Ha! See you next time, chumps. Maybe next time you'll actually show up on time.
Tunnel snakes out.
They all leave in unison. Prim, proper, and just obnoxiously. There we go. As this occurs, you see that there's
Alakazam.
an Alakazam. Delete. Boop. We'll make up your team later. If you don't want Alice on your team, that's perfectly fine.
I've got both teams fully sorted. I just haven't had a chance to
Cool.
write much about each of the characters. So.
I'll just make this your new team player. All right. After this occurs, you get a missive stating that currently the new assignment that you're set out to do has been dealt with. You're currently going to meet with your benefactor in his office, as well as the new team you'll be studying under. At least that's how it's read. You can tell that the person that wrote this seems to be very mad by how hard the ink is pressed on the paper. You know you're currently going to be tutored underneath the research and development department inside of the police force. Do you head there now, or do you just wander the streets for a bit?
Well, She'll head there.
Okay. Everyone says, "Good job. We'll get him next time." Alice is in the background, just she's shooting up fireworks, basically. Well, even if we lost, can't have a party. We cannot have a party. Alice just claps. People join in. It's fun. 30 minutes later, you wander out as we move over to the courts. Haven't been here for a while. How do you pronounce your character's name?
Do you want the full name?
No, just the one I assume. Well, the way I would pronounce it is Hallowoo.
Halliwoo.
Okay, cool. Hallowoo, you've been here for about 2 weeks at the behest of the Queen of Haven. Oops, as she moves. You've basically been an entertainment factor within the courts. You've also accidentally wound up entertaining other guests, the Elven court, the Drow court, and you've even seen some Fey royalty around the area. The person standing to the right and left are just the Queen's royal guard, head guard, and then just an elder. And the Queen herself, Gwen, looks at you and states, thank you for coming. The main reason why I want you here, other than your entertainment factor, it comes to my attention that we need some more on-site viewing within the research and development department in the police. They wanted someone non-threatening at the same time amiable. So I thought of no one better than you. If you'd like, you can take the position. It pays better than I honestly pay you, but it does provide more danger than I provide you with.
Well, my queen. She gives a bow. If I am needed somewhere, then I shall go there. Simple as that.
Very good. Please have. She snaps her fingers and the head guard delivers a package to you. This, while you make your way there, it will present you with my seal of approval and a. She stops for. Yeah, she stops for a moment there and states, a pedigree scroll that's been doctored to show that you come from this land.
Oh? A pedigree scroll? I'm very honored, Your Majesty.
You are working for me, and you have been here a while. I could think of nothing more than to consider you part of the family. So do keep in touch, and good luck. Right now, they're yes.
Sorry. I was just about to say, I'll make sure not to let you down.
I'm sure you won't. At least you won't. How should I put this politely? Right now, they're being yelled at, so you're doing a better job than them right now.
If they're getting yelled at, then they probably need a bit of entertainment.
Probably. Do you head out, or do you just wander about for a bit?
I'll give her one final, courteousful bow, and then make my way out. Simply just going straight there.
All right. It's been 30 minutes, and you guys are still getting yelled at.
Caitlin smiles politely the whole time. You can insight that she's probably listening.
All right. The director simply continues to state, let's not forget, your team is currently wandering back from the Ancestor Tower. Luckily enough, from what I can tell and from the report, they're fine, but apparently a lot of their equipment and some blades were lost. Don't know the full report. That does fall under your jurisdiction. But if you need help, let me know. You're a police force, not mercenaries now. As two people bump into the hallway and open the same door. And I just realized I used the same token. One disappears.
Who's this dog?
I'm playing 2 characters on.
And then one reappears.
Alakazam.
Purple.
Why does he keep disappearing?
Alakazop.
Okay.
This is how Lou's doing.
Two people just bump into each other and then open the door at the same time. It's easier that way. And the man at the desk simply states, yes, come in. These are the 2 new people you'll be associated with. Do you both have your documentation? Rex, you have the parchment that the owl gave you before you got here. And Halloween, you have the documents and insignia ring that the queen gave you.
My character would put it onto the desk. Also, back in a second, I need to put my ice cream in the freezer.
Halliwoo for a while will pretend like she's searching through pockets that are impossibly deep. Like, where is it? Where is it? And then she'll just end up pulling it out of her cape, like, right across her arm, and put it on the desk. Ah, there it is. Sorry about that. Too many pockets nowadays.
At the same time, you're also probably pulling out scarves, pulling them into scarves. Somehow you're doing this, and goes, "All right. Would you like to introduce yourselves, or should I do the introductions?" That goes for
Would
all
you care
of
to
you.
go first?
Oh.
My name is Caitlin Ulahana.
I am Byrus. We just got yelled at. I don't know if we're feeling too like, oh hey, how's it going?
Rialta's really confused.
Oh no, such a dreary attitude. Well, I guess I should sparkle a little bit of light into the situation. And I'm using minor illusion to make like she claps her hands together and uses minor illusion to make sparkles come out of them as she does like a little twirl. My name is Hallowy Hickory wa Simala Didin Noril Naru. But sir, call me Hallowy the Glamorous for short. I'll be glad to meet your apprentice, especially with 2 lovely ladies and a man in very glamorous armor.
Thank you, but this is a lab coat.
I was talking about the gentleman over here.
Yeah,
This-
that's an
Spyros.
in-game. It's an in-game lab.
Okay.
Rialta try to shake hands, but look really confused.
She'll hold out a hand and shake it, and then she'll pull back, and there'll just suddenly be a scarf, and she'd just be like, "Oh, I missed that one," and put it away in her hat.
Bet you're wondering why you have 2 new recruits. Well, the main thing is, you lost the last 2. Due to the fact that they were political recruits, at the same time there were also people not from this land. Due to breaking the law, they had to be evacuated from the city, and their benefactors, i.e. one of their fathers, was was adamant on getting them back as they did not want their daughter in harm's way. Gonna have to make sure that gets cleaned up, looking at Ramon. And then looks back at the rest of you. Now then, now that you've at least stated your names, I recommend you give a little background when I'm not here and yelling at you. I want you to introduce the surveillance agent that will be assigned to you. Show the players. As someone walks in.
I knew that was a threat.
A woman dressed in blue clothing with pink hair, eyes, and ribbon, long ears that curve at the end starting at 5'5". With an SV badge and a clipboard in hand, she's ready to join the team whether they like it or not.
I'm calling right now. Pink hair, pink bow. She's secretly psychotic.
Where's her Yuki?
The woman.
Byron, you're the only male in the party.
Oh, he is.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god.
Oh wow. That's my bad.
Wow, we've got a harem.
It's been like
One-
that for a while now, I guess, huh?
One gigantic male and a bunch of females. Ridiculous.
The woman enters inside. She's roughly in her early 20s, mid 20s. It's hard to tell. You do know that she does have curved ears, and they're longer than most humans, but you're not sure if she's elven descent, halfling blood, or something like that. It could be a mutation that makes them so long. It's hard to tell, but she doesn't have the elven features around her or about her. The pink hair does seem to be pink. However, you can tell that it has been dyed this way. It's possible she just likes this. However, you can tell that she is the surveillance agent by the badge SV. Looking at the rest of you, she simply states, "Oh, hello there. My name is Siva Alabaster. You can call me Siv for short. I will be, monitoring you. Pardon me. Observing you and taking down a few notes, see how you interact, see if you follow the law. You know, things like that. Pleasure to meet you."
The pleasure's all mine.
Pleasure's all mine, dear.
I mean, do we know that this is basically like a professional snitch? Like, do they have a reputation?
Well, it say
Is it like-
surveillance.
Well, it's
and-
like internal affairs at a regular cop, right? Like, do they have that bad of a reputation, or is it?
I mean, technically, we're all. The three new people are all technically snitches on some level.
Basically, she's there to monitor you, so it's not
Monitor?
good.
Yeah, like I know what she's there to do, but is it really like? I'm just wondering about the reputation amongst the culture of Section 9. Like, is it, you know, like these are SV agents hated, or is it just like, ugh, we got a babysitter?
More like, we got a babysitter.
Alright. I am Byroth.
My name is Caitlin Ulahana.
Rialta.
My name is Halliwoo. I'll keep it short this time.
If we are dismissed, you can come and observe us getting to know each other at the bar.
Oh, great. Sir, are we dismissed? Mr. Donovan? Yes. And try not to break any laws while you're out on the streets this time.
Always. As I put on my demon armor.
Nice.
The power move starter.
I wanted to kind of bristle at that too, because he was in the police station and responded to an APB. Like, he's still like, didn't do anything wrong, getting yelled at.
So it was like I was in the book library reading, but okay, I just salute. Oh, okay.
Just-
Wander off.
Just real quick, what did I get from the Queen?
You got a signet ring and a what's it called? A pedigree scroll.
Okay.
That's such a good word, signet.
The signet ring dictates that you're part of the court of the queen, and the pedigree scroll dictates that you are part of her court and / family.
God, I must have done some really good performances.
No,
That last flip. Oh shit.
yes, but also she's super nice. At any rate, though, Ramon then looks at the rest of you and goes, "Well, if you want to take on a mission, feel free to drop by Section 9. Civ, Halawu, you..." Looking at Rex's character.
She grins.
Oh yes, you haven't introduced yourself.
He then states, "Right, well, pleasure to meet you. All of you have fun, getting to know each other. Maybe talk for a bit before you actually tuck on a mission. Get some downtime in before you head out. I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
Ramon,
talk to your
I need to
kids.
talk to you later.
Yeah, that always makes me feel better."
I love how Ramon's token was like that neck rub, like, oh god damn it, the whole time.
Civ then states, "So, where are we heading now?"
The one bar we go to.
That sounds good.
Oh,
Don't worry, I know the bar owner there. I know a worker there.
Oh, great. But do you mind if we go somewhere else? I know this great cabaret. I mean, or
Yeah,
not.
sure.
I just
Shoulder shrug,
joined.
okay?
I think. No, we should definitely. You're.
I think it sounds lovely, dear, as I, like, gently give her a smile. Would you lead the way?
Oh, sure. As you guys head out, and
And what the hell's a cabaret?
it's basically just a jazz club.
Okay. I'm trying to figure
Thank
out
God I'm not
which
the only
one.
one!
I'm sitting here like, fuck.
Wait, you
Well,
guys
it's
don't
kinda
know,
like-
you guys didn't know what that was?
It's
No!
like a jazz, and they
What am
kind of
I,
have
50?
like the fan ladies, but
God.
not. It's not a burlesque, but it's kind of like the like, hey, can.
The fuck's a burlesque?
That's
You
it,
don't know what a
that's it.
burlesque is?
Zaya,
I'm very uncultured.
after our discussions on the new characters, I'm
I
ashamed.
know! I'm sorry.
You are banned from SS Funky Town.
Now we just gotta
So,
find
yeah,
the dumb map.
Cabaret's like a nightclub.
Oh, did you finally do that cafe yet, Dogma?
Yeah, that's why I wanted to show it off. But
Okay.
I still haven't done the salon yet.
Don't worry, Dogma.
Let's see: street, shopping center, police station, Haven Castle, slums, underground slums, pyramid shop, study
Ah, yes, the
hall,
police
Dragon
station.
Den, Treasure Den. Sorry.
Please tell me that was a pyramid shop, not a pyramid.
Oh god, I just remember the pyramid of Dogma.
Mhm.
So good.
No, don't tell me I archived it. I swear.
SV forgot where it was.
Why did I lean into the mic?
Uh.
To the bar.
All right, you're there. It's not depicted. You're there. Before you stands what appeared to be a few tables here and there. It's not a crowded place because not a lot of people get in. The CV agent basically shows their badge and they are allowed in, and then states, "Oh, these are my guests. Companions, group. They're with me." The bouncer simply nods and allows you all to enter inside.
I believe the word you're looking for is posse.
Oh, okay, sure.
Entourage.
Y'all sit down in one of the empty tables, which there's only one from what I remember. You order a few drinks and you do see an Air Genasi bartender there.
Nope.
Nope.
Fuck.
Again, I can't find the dumb map. Deal with it.
I want to be here anymore.
Is it
Wait.
Found it.
Caitlyn's girlfriend?
No, I want to ask. I want to ask a dogma. Is it female or male?
Hard to tell. Oh, so you're at the map now.
You think that,
Oh,
you think that'll stop me, a dogma? I'll give them a wave, like a fucking cheeky wave.
Now look at the band.
I know.
Ah, sweet, they're back. It's good to know they're still playing.
I've been outclassed. Oh no.
You're all there. Oh, did I? Oh, I think I accidentally deleted the Air Genasi. Oh well.
I don't know if I need to be concerned about a dogma.
Nah, you're good.
Ah, sweet, a chair. I don't get to sit in these often.
There are chairs enough for all of you. It's just the token didn't. Not the token. The item didn't show it properly, and I think I accidentally deleted. Nope.
No, Rex did it. She would have vanished and gone changed.
Into her Defender outfit.
Okay. While I look for the bartender, I'll change the tune of the music.
I waited in bated breath for this to right. You're about to drop a dogma.
Okay. You ready for this?
Give me a second.
Good, because it's not playing for me.
So do you guys need like a redux of Barroth's character? Or should we just assume that he spills his guts?
I mean, you got a hat or helmet.
Yeah, that was recent history. I'll take the helmet off. The helmet's always off unless we're in combat.
Nice.
I posted the full image of Harley Woo in the chat, by the way, if you want to see it.
It's a good.
Oh, which image do I post?
All
It
of them.
reminds me very much of what was it, Paper Mario 2? There was a character. Sorry.
Well, we'll start with her at the start. That would have been her when you first met her.
Look at my suffering of Rex asking me, hey, can you alter these images for me?
And that is her currently.
So did she vanish along the way, or was it just like?
You know, I said she vanished.
And she hasn't said a word to us yet, right?
Not yet.
No.
Nope.
As far as I know. Entering inside, it's a nice place. The Air Genasi still hasn't appeared yet, but the band is playing a very easy to listen to song. It kind of allows you to just relax. Rather than take on a mission that you've been going back to back to back, you actually have downtime.
Are you too old enough to drink?
Oh, they serve non-alcoholic drinks, of course.
Being spied on by a mine?
Hmm?
No. So you cannot drink? Okay. Do some milk or something.
I'm not sure. I'm not really sure which of the two of them was the intern from the school.
Harley Woo taps her nose.
Is it you?
Could be not.
My character will tap her nose and wink at Halloween.
There's only one thing to do.
The CV agent also does this and looks at Halloween.
Fuck.
I'm glad we're going to be getting along well.
I don't think I get anything from that.
I am old enough to drink. I just not very good with it.
Then how old are you?
Like when meeting new people,
So those
it's really awkward.
Well, you never ask a lady for her age, Relta.
Okay, fine. Rialto will just get another drink.
Oh, found him. It's a guy.
I still fucking.
He comes over and goes, "Ah, yes, Miss Civ, welcome back, welcome back." Oh, thank you, Horace. Everyone, this is Horace, the owner of the area. Ah, yes, you must be her associates. She's been mentioning for the past week. I mean, technically, I said I was getting assigned on a new mission after about a month's hiatus. And I didn't say specifically who they were. Yes, but she was so adamant, so kind-hearted on wondering who you were. Okay.
Caitlin takes out a notebook and starts furiously tapping it, but still
Okay.
looking very polite.
I don't trust this.
You don't have to. Horace then states, "Well, anyway, what can I get you all? Around in the house on me."
A Bloody Mary.
Excellent. It's a good thing you said that because I was about to state nothing on the top shelf.
Now I have to ask, what time of day is it at Dogma?
Around 2.
AM, PM?
PM.
Okay, good. Still not drinking.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm not a day drinker.
Yeah, get used to it, son.
I mean, he didn't state it has to be alcoholic, but it's neither here nor there. Civ then states, can we just get a round of waters to start off with? Oh, and the Bloody Mary for Miss Catalin? She looks at her notebook. Not notebook. What's it called? Clipboard. And goes, oh, Miss Caitlin, pardon me. Yes, of course. Excellent choice. Excellent. He gets out what appears to be a cane. Hallowoo, go ahead and what's your passive perception, actually?
Not good.
Not as good as
17,
mine.
actually. It's actually a 17. I'm surprised.
Okay. I mean, since you said yours was better, Rex, you both see that this.
27.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Jiminy.
You both see that he does appear to have a magical wand, like the generic, broad, 1 foot thick rod with the white end, as if he's performing a magic trick. He taps on the table and then brings out what appears to be a cloth. He goes, "All right, follow the birdie. Follow. Do you follow?" As he's pointing at his wand, and then he just brings up the cloth from the table, and you see a pitcher of water and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 glasses, and then bringing out from his back a Bloody Mary. All right, that is on the house. Oh,
Before you leave, Forrest, I would like a picture of me. Or myself, paid for.
I'm afraid I don't do caricatures.
A pitcher of beer, like a larger than a glass, like a pitcher
But
of
bigger
water.
than a mug.
Yeah, I know. He was just making a terrible joke. He goes, "Ah, of course." He then flips the napkin from side to side, and between one of those flips, you see the pitcher just is there now. He pushes it towards you and pushes a mug as well. It's a little early, but to each his own. Now then, Civ, the rest of you, I look forward to seeing you.
A fan of the classics, I see.
Ah, yes. My mother and father were very showy. I inherited the bar from them. Didn't really do the whole entertainment thing. Wasn't very good at it. I can do parlor tricks, but that's about it. So I just let the band entertain the guests.
Is that Mistress Varia?
Oh yeah, I forgot I used that token. Belly!
Barroth will just leave 10 silver on the table because he intended to pay for it. And also keep in mind he's 8 feet tall and at least 500 pounds.
Yeah.
Beer is like,
You're fine. Civ then goes, so, how are you?
Not one for small talk, huh?
Oh no, I'm terrible at
skip
it.
to the. Let's just skip to the chase then. What's your stories? As she puts her hand on the table and puts her head in the hand, like immediately, like, tell me everything.
Barroth will pound his entire picture of beer and do exactly that.
Okay. Go ahead and give a synopsis of your character.
But I had this speech written out. Do you want me to post it or say it?
Either.
Oh, fine. My people, the Firbolg or nomads, we travel the land with the game. In the spring, we run nets with the rivers to catch fish. In summer, we ate berries and hunted ground birds. In autumn, we drove plains beasts off the cliffs and salted and dried their meat for the winter. Life was simple but happy. Then the humans began to appear in our territories, not just building and hunting, but culling. Not just animals, but Firbolg as well. And despite all of our knowledge of the land, of our shamans' natural magic, of all our physical advantage, humans clad in iron killed my people, year after year. My father, my cousins, half my clan by the time I had seen 60 summons. I had had enough. I had seen their iron enough times to know that that was their true advantage. And I resolved to learn the secrets of its shape. I found a human who knew this art, and I broke him until he told me what I needed. I worked for weeks, repurposed, captured, and discarded works of iron that my people, forged them into something that would defend our clan. Poisoned land around my makeshift smith. It didn't matter how effective my iron was at defending us, at saving the lives of our people. Their land comes first. My people would have rather watered the ground with their blood than see it so desecrated. I was banished once it was known what my work had done to the land. It is now a crime for my people, crime against our people, for anyone I have ever known to so much as share the warmth of their fire. My uncle is honor-bound to kill me should I speak a single word in his presence. My mother will never again speak my name. Everything I did was to protect those I love. Everything except not being honest with them about how I was doing. They deserve to be a part of that decision. This is how I failed my people. I was willing to kill anything, even the land, for my people. In the end, I killed only their love for me. So I came here, because my obsession with iron is deeper than I can explain. And here we are.
Caitlin just sipping her Bloody Mary.
Caitlin, go ahead and roll insight.
Got you. I got this. I'm good at those. As you can see from my last net 20.
I mean, even with an 8, you can tell that there's actual blood within this drink.
It's 22. I have advantage on these.
No, even with the 22, you can tell that there's blood in this drink.
It's a 22, you can tell it's O negative.
My favorite blood type.
Sure. So you know that he is a lot more insightful than he appears to be. He's a good bartender, is what I'm saying. Civ then states, thank you for Thanks.
Imagine a giant belch accompanies the end of that.
I feel like I started off on a sensitive subject. How about a game?
How about we finish our backgrounds first, though? I mean, without actual knowledge of each other, we're pretty much just strangers working in a group.
I didn't mean to intrude. Apologize for this.
I mean, I'm intruding too. We just joined on the same day.
Did you forget the moral of my story was be honest with the people you have to defend?
I thought it was
Ah.
be honest with the people that you love.
Yeah, that's fair. Ralph, you were saying something?
I just said same thing.
Okay. Civ then states, all right. Basically, I'm here to monitor you, see how you interact, see how much information you exchange from one another. This was me to see if I can get you guys to talk to one another. Apparently, in my reports that I was given about your guys' team, you don't really seem to do that at all.
Oh, I guess it's time to tell my story then. My story starts like any other tragic backstory. Going out, picking berries. Then I died. But then I'm back. I became something known as an undead.
You know, like one does.
I'm sorry, there's such a change.
Sorry.
I work for Section 9 now after working in Noche. That's pretty much all it is to me.
Why is it that you still report to Noche?
Because they're my family.
Do you mean this in terms of syndicate or actual love?
Both.
I mean, Civ then responds, according to the dossier, she's also here on a political matter, so reporting back is a thing that she is required to do.
I'm just side-eyeing Civ at this point. Like,
Um,
And this is.
go ahead, Myra.
Oh, no, okay, this is interesting.
Oh yeah, Byron, there may be a new maid in the house.
Hmm?
Or butler.
Don't we live in, like, does Byron live in, like, the barracks?
Do you live in the barracks?
Been over this like 100 times. You have a fucking mansion.
Yeah, you guys have a mansion you guys live in because you guys were kicked out of the bar because you all fought in that bar.
hey now. They said
Fair
bar
enough.
fight, I stabbed. That's fighting to me. I shouldn't have been kicked.
Who did you shank?
I shanked as many people as I could. It's a bar fight for a reason.
I think she shanked a random NPC.
Oh,
Sorry, yeah, I totally gapped on that.
That's fine. Sim then states, thank you for giving the information you have provided. As she's writing stuff down, she puts down her pencil and goes, anyone else willing to share?
Mm, there's not much to me. I don't know. The whole village was wiped out, so I'm trying to find out what happened to that. And I'm here, and I hope that we could work better as a team than we have been. That's all.
She continues to write a few things down. Nods. All right. Thank you for that information. Now then, she taps on the table. Playfully. Anyone else?
I look towards Rex's character.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, were y'all just gonna stare at this person that hasn't spoken at all? Like,
My character simply shakes her head and goes, "Apologies, but private life is private life. I keep it separate from my work life."
Okay. She seems to take a lot of notes for you.
well, can we at least know your name?
My real name or my given name or what people call me.
The name you're willing to share.
Whichever, yeah, I was gonna say whichever you would prefer.
I'll give you my title then. King.
Mm. So you want me to call you King?
Hannah is leaning over the table a little bit, and she just has the look of like mischievous interest.
Civ has not stopped taking notes.
Okay, and let's see. So, can you tell us about work then?
There's not much to say. I turned up and here I am.
I do have an inquiry. What are you race-wise? It's from my own understanding.
You could say I'm human.
Then I'll go with that.
Inside?
Yeah, I've been rolling a lot of these today.
Okay. It's pretty high. And, Caitlin, you wouldn't have an advantage on this one because you don't know King.
Oof.
No, you both rolled pretty
Woof.
bad.
Oh,
Natural 3.
Ha, try me, now one.
She's genuinely calling herself a human.
Yeah, I understand. From what you guys can tell, she definitely appears to be human. The characteristics are correct. The fingertips, the ears, the eyes. Definitely looks a lot more human than Civ does.
It's just the disappearing and showing up with a different outfit instantly is.
It was innocent. She had to go leave and
Struggle.
change.
She left, as in, she vanished for a while and then turned up here after you guys did.
Oh, I thought you meant it was like. she
No,
vanished
it
for,
wasn't
like,
a
5
quick
minutes.
snap, no.
Okay.
She went back home to get dressed.
She ghosted. Cool.
What Caitlin does takes skill by
Well,
us.
technically, it would have been a changing rooms in
Yeah.
the department that she went to.
Yeah, basically there was a ping delay, and then she was there. Civ,
So,
go ahead.
King, where were you before this? Who commands the king to join us?
I understood none of that as Rex, so.
Sorry, where were you? Where were you stationed before this? And who told? Who tells the king to? Who commands the king?
I'm just wondering what the job task is. Like, never mind.
Right now, the task is to get to
Again,
know each
private
other.
life is private life. As for why I'm here to work for my experience. That's really all there is to it.
Job related.
So, King, are you the intern?
but they told me I was the intern.
I can see we're gonna get along just fine.
If I remember correctly, I came from the palace not too long ago.
I'm never gonna get my answer.
Okay. After this long time, she's never stopped taking down notes. She goes, "All right then, King. Thank you for the information. Now, anyone else? Tell you what, someone else goes, and then I'll give my background.
Literally only one person left.
That's why she's saying it.
What are the band playing right now, and how far into their song are they?
Close to the end.
Let's wait for them to end. I don't want to ruin the performance.
Okay. You don't know this about these types of bands, but 5 minutes later, the song ends. Abruptly. It was a 10-minute piece, but 5 minutes later, the band just takes 5.
Batman is the only one who doesn't look happy to be here.
Does Batman ever look happy?
Right now, it's pretty quiet. Everyone's just drinking, eating, having a bit of revelry. It seems that all of these people are not strangers to each other.
Staring at Hollywood, regular stuff.
Hollywood gets out of her chair. She claps her hand and goes, dos, twice, and she casts an earthly chorus. When it fucking pastes.
What the hell did you just cast?
Hmm.
Because I want to counter strike you so badly.
If that pasted in chat, that's the song that's playing. And I need to stop GMing things.
No, that's fine. Okay. Huh. I thought Age of the Cell would be a lot more peppy, but whatever. Alright. Let's go with something weird.
If you have weird Frenchy sort of style.
I don't know. I haven't used the weird folder in a while.
Violins and accordions.
That accordion's going in, though.
I'm just gonna use this.
The entire song is playing as it is. It's nothing, no one's playing it, but you can hear it all around. And Hollywood fucking jumps up onto the table. I guess it is time for my introduction, although it's fairly short. It's quite simple, you see. A far, far away land that I come from. Across the seas, across the horizons. I was taken in as a child to the one and only, and she spins on her fucking legs and she just goes, the Lockhart Circus. I am known as Hollywood the Glamorous, a magician, a storyteller, and a musician. Across the lands, I just charm everyone I see, and she fucking drops onto the table dramatically with her hand she's fucking swooning over someone.
My character does the cat call whistle.
You hear someone in the back.
The water on the table.
You hear someone in the
Why
back.
fucking not?
You see that one of the Civ's cup falls to the ground. She catches it, but the water then arcs in a rainbow around Hallowell. Using prestidigitation. You're not sure if someone else cast it or if they did, but it is magical. In the distance, you just hear someone not cackling, but going, "Woo! Get it, girl!" And then it's silent because it's super awkward.
My stories charm the heart of all that they hear. As to why I'm here, and she sits up on the table and just crosses her leg. It's quite a tragic story. We were traveling to our next destination, hoping to see the smiles of all the audience upon us, all those waiting to have our presence graced upon them. But alas, I was shipwrecked. Fell off the ship into the sea. I was cast onto the beach. Where was I? What was I? Oh, yes, I'm Halliwoo. And she fucking jumps off the fucking table again and spins around. Been with the Queen for a while, you see, entertaining and doing all I can. But as now, she's ordered me to help you along, since it seems like your attitude seemed to be a bit grim most of the time. And she fucking pulls her seat back to its normal place and sits down. That's all there is to really know. And she clicks her fingers and stops the song.
You hear a record scratch. Boop.
Yeah, record scratch is just about how Byroth feels.
Caitlin's been smiling this whole time, but the cat went to go get a drink.
Like an alcoholic drink. Oh, I'm too sober for this.
Do-do-do-do-do. It's a big
Sweet.
drink.
Yeah. Yeah, Widow Kitty's about to just dive on in.
It's a
Got like
mess.
a beer hat for the cat so it can walk around.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. However, it's not beer. It's non-alcoholic cider. I think animals
Cat's got
can drink
standard.
that.
You can get special animal wine and stuff like that, so.
Oh, cool. It's that then. I didn't know that. Thank you. Horace would know that, so he does that. Okay. I can't find your name, so you don't have control of the beer mug.
Caitlin?
Yeah, I was looking for Caitlin, but I can't find you. Oh, wait, there you are. You
Well,
now have
howdy.
control of the beer mug.
Sweet.
Or at least you should. There we go.
Come back over the table with it.
Fucking cats. I like to imagine the cat heard like the first fucking sentence and went, I'm not sober enough.
The cat jumps into the mug, and you see that the waving, splashing around the mug that comes out when it jumps in wafts underneath it, and it begins to wave over towards your table.
Caitlin picks her feet up off the ground just a little bit so the water doesn't touch, so the liquid does not touch her.
You can tell it's not water, so you're fine.
I don't want it's gonna ruin my shoes.
Oh, and it clean your shoes. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. Nitpicking now.
Just flash on the armor, you'll be fine.
Yeah, pretty much. Civ then goes, all right. She takes a few notes down and then goes, okay, thank you all for this insightful information. Truly,
Nope, your story now.
Oh, I was getting to that, Mr. Byrith. Looks
It's
at the...
pronounced Roth.
Ah, Mr. Roth, then. That doesn't seem right.
Oh,
She looks at the note clipboard. Oh, Byroth, that makes more sense. Right. Well,
My
She-
character
she
sniffles a chuckle.
If anybody speaks giant, like that more makes more sense. It'd be like,
well, you don't know. She then states, all right then, like mentioned before, I am Siva Alabaster. You can just call me Sid for short. I hail from a long-lost heritage. So lost, in fact, I don't even know it. But she literally just does that with her mouth.
Byroth just thinks that's sad.
Oh,
That usually gets people.
can I do minor illusion to make a few fucking laughs go across the table
Sure.
at her joke? Yes.
You easily do so, and she goes, oh, that's better. That usually kills in the Civ department. Anyways, back on topic. I came into this country not too long ago. What is it now? 10 years? I trained underneath the academy after realizing I had magic, went to the salon, got my hair done. Pink, do you like it?
Sure.
Yep,
Not just your eyes.
Great. I
it's
hear.
very nice.
I
Thank you.
agree with Byroth.
I hear the color is less demeaning and more approachable. I mean, I was gonna go for red, but apparently they didn't have red. They had a large amount of pink. But oh well, pink will do. Anyways, after training underneath the academy and dyeing my hair, I was approached by Sir Donovan of the police. All of our bosses, I guess. Anyways, there I worked at the surveillance agency for some time, still do. But I've had some trouble with some past cases I've had in the past, so I don't really get too many new jobs here and there. But apparently, no offense, your team was so disorganized that they really had no one else to do this job.
Yes, join the harem.
um, but yeah, that's me. An atypical story. The only real thing that happened in my past is something I don't even remember, and that is losing my parents at some point. After that,
How old are you?
about 24, I think, according to the people that adopted me. Lovely
Oh, it's
people.
okay when you ask a lady for her age, but not me, huh?
Oh no, it's very rude. But I am an agent assigned to your team, so I'm willing to offer a little more information than most others. Oh, that reminds me. While I am here to observe and gather down any information you guys acquired, I can also help you in the information you acquired in case you missed it, in case you forgot it. Be that insightful little nudge in the background.
Okay.
You have access to information we might not.
Or
Of course.
might have not remembered. I can help piece things along. That's kind of why I'm here. To help piece this team along.
What race are you?
Um,
I'm getting Elvish, but I'm not really sure. It's always important to ask.
I
Caitlin
honestly
continues
don't
to be
know.
rude as shit.
This is very rude, by the way. They are correct. But since I don't know my own lineage, I don't honestly know. Some people
What do
believe
you
I am a
think you
half
might
elf.
She's she's going to ask to taste your blood. Don't. I mean, it's not worth finding out.
That
Oh no,
that's stage 10. We're on stage 2.
I've read all your dossiers. I have most of the information that you've provided, and even some you haven't. That being said,
Oh, yeah.
it's your own past. You can do what you like, but whether you give it or not is a hindrance to your own team. But let's start from where we started off. So, thank you for having me. And do you guys want to go see a chained up god?
That's a weird question. Of
Oh,
course.
yeah, what?
I mean, you're
Is this
Why is it chained up?
this god like the laughing god? You've met him.
Oh, you've met someone from the court. Interesting. She writes that down. Oh, yes, here it is. According to the last document you provided from the tower, you've met the jester. Ah, he's more malleable than the rest. At this point, the band does
Jester?
return. Yes. A being of euphemoric nature where they like chaos rather than stability. But that in itself regroups and rejuvenates the circle, if you will. Think about.
How do we fu-
Go ahead.
I was about to say, how do we fucking gently slams her hands on the table and goes, "Oh, why can't I be there for that?" And she slumps into her chest. Like,
Oh, the irony. You could have been.
It's possible. Civ then says, "Oh, but getting back on topic, no, this is not part of the court. This is the god of. Let me see. She takes out her notebook again. Not notebook. Clipboard, and then states, I don't have any technical information, but from what I can tell, this is a manifestation of a warrior deity.
Okay.
This. You have the chains?
Oh yeah, why is it chained up?
Let me get back to you on that. She quickly reads her notes and goes, a long time ago, when the earth was still young, the primordials roamed the area. In their stead, rose the humans, the elves, the drow, the dwarves, and all the rest. While this was occurring, the gods that crafted them, created them, grew weary and restless at their creations, worrying, fearing that their own creations would surpass them or no longer need them, diminishing their power. They decided to rejuvenate the world with new creations, new worshippers. But first, they needed to get rid of the old. In doing so, they sent out warriors to decimate the area, the land, the cities, the skies. Banding together, society grew and overwhelmed these beasts, but not without creating and crafting weapons of natures beyond oneself and within oneself. The shards of sin and the. She looks at her notes and goes, I can't quite read this.
7 virtues.
Yes, thank you. You can look at her notes and they seem really quickly written down. So it's shoddy penmanship. Were crafted and formed. Using these weapons, the beings managed to fight and repel these things back. However, one of these were captured and restrained within the area itself. To date, one of these god, warrior, deity things, whatever you want to call them, according to my notes, still is chained up within the circuit area underneath the city. I just thought you'd want to see something of history. Or we can take a job. I'm fine with you
No,
either.
I want to see it.
No, it's
I
just.
would like to see it.
Well, how do I put this simply? When you say something like chained up god, it kind of makes an impression much more greater than most people can comprehend.
Thinking of it in this way, then. You know how you and Byroth are different, and Byroth and Relta are different, and Relta and King are different, Caitlyn and King are different, and whatever I am and you are different? It's just something that's
Yes.
different. And different can
I
be
guess.
bad, and different can be good. Although this one's bad. Even though it's celestial.
I guess that's true.
Neat. This will definitely be an interesting interaction.
I mean, we can go later on today. We can go shopping. Maybe hit up the salon. I'm due for a good trim. Or we can head out now.
I was there less than an hour ago.
Oh, you don't have clearance. Only I do.
Oh, did you go to a different salon?
Oh, oh, that was a joke.
I
Nothing.
use minor illusion again to make everyone laugh.
Okay.
Counterspell, there's no saving her from this one.
You hear someone in the background do minor illusion and does crickets. If you had to guess, it's the
That's-
same guy that said "Get it, girl."
This one I shall allow.
God damn it.
Uh. Well, anyways, up to you. We can also just see what Ramon has to say.
I don't know. The way he's been grabbing his neck.
I mean, he does that all the time. He has to deal with. I think now you guys accumulated 5 groups into the order.
Anxiety. Understandable.
I mean, he's also a newly made father, thanks to his adoption rate, quite high within 3 months.
Yeah.
Oh,
Being a parent is stressful.
he has a child, does he?
Yes, one, looking at her notes. Millie, I think this is spelled with letters and numbers. And Alice.
There's only once in Alice.
My character smiles when she hears the names.
Civ knowingly winks at you.
Like,
Oh.
okay. How do
Well-
is there something I can do to notice that interaction?
She just winks. It's super noticeable.
It's not like she's hiding it.
Alright.
She full on grins.
Damn these small facial interactions.
Yeah, this
My one weakness.
Civ then goes, anyways, slaps on the table. What do you guys want to do? We can also
I'm
just
partake-
wander
particular to
around
the change of
town,
God.
library it up, drink it up.
Oh, I do need to get one of those tablet thingies. I think I need I think someone called it a Nintendo.
No,
It's
it's
a
Rialta
Sheikah
pulls
tablet.
out her Ruby tablet and it's like, it's this.
Oh God, I don't want to get that. Even
But-
you with all the technology and such. Yeah.
But then
Been
you
on it
can,
like all day.
you can take pictures and send them back and forth, and you can. play
Caitlin
games
waves her
on it.
hand in front of her eyes. Pictures.
But I thought you were able to see it because it's the type of.
You are able to see it because it's psionically linked.
I know, I'm just messing with her.
I know,
Uh,
but she would know that.
Hallie looks physically confused by this device that's been presented.
Caitlin takes out a small sheet of paper that was in her pocket, or some other place. I need to put this in there for something.
okay.
Texting, I think it was.
Text.
I mean, you can get your own, or you can just use Rauta. It's up to you.
That
I
would be
should probably get my own.
He's so funny.
Okay.
Rialta hands it to you if you want to use it now, just before.
Caitlin does take it and starts putting in the number, or trying to.
All right. Again, it's psionically linked, so you can easily see it. It's one of the few things you can see, as long as it's basically attached to your mind.
Sweet.
So you easily input the number.
Yep, I put it in there, and I give
Yeah,
it back because I don't know what
so
to do with it.
Oh, did you want to call her or text her?
No,
Did you want to? No. Okay.
I'll probably actually tell her that I got one. Just like a very old grandma, she types with like one finger slowly.
Oh, what? Well, you tap it and you pull your hand all the way back. You look
Yeah.
for like 5 seconds, tap it.
Yeah.
And you've got those like vampire fingernails.
I just want to say Hallie just looks a bit twitchy watching this.
Okay. 5 minutes later, you
I
basically
finally say
tape.
hello.
You basically type out hello, just hello, the word hello, and you send.
Is it misspelled like it always is with old people?
No,
Wait,
it's
Well,
Hello.
no, it's hello with a capital H and a fucking full stop at the end.
It's either super formal or like super
This I found
like
Caitlin with a
I
phone.
want to be with you
Oh
in
no.
like letter 2. Alright, but I'm down for shopping, but
Okay.
Byroth actually does have a thing that he'd like to do.
Okay. Before or after?
I mean, probably after, because everybody wants to go shopping.
Okay. First, you head to the research lab in the R&D department because you need to have. If you guys are gonna buy the Sheikah tablets that you keep calling them, you need to requisition them from the police.
Very accurate.
So I need to go to the police station to get that?
I just got you there.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's where
sweet.
I got mine.
Before we fully left the sort of like the calf, I would have jumped in with a. Pardon me, Civ, but is this on the clock or am I free to leave? I have matters I must attend to.
Technically it's on the clock, but you do what you think you should do.
Where should I meet you in about an hour?
I mean, Byroth said he had something to do. If you can disclose that information, Mr. Byroth, then we can.
But I will be at Section 9. I'm going to try to create a link between the creature we saw covered in iron and one of the Section 9ers that was part iron himself.
Oh, I'm afraid that creature has been released into the wild. Those things aren't allowed in this city.
Okay, well that's disappointing, but I'd still like to talk to him about who was capable of this sort of thing.
Oh, well, that we can do. But I'm afraid creatures like that aren't allowed in the city. How it got in is a matter that needs to be debated.
No, I understand. I was just wondering as to how it was created.
Oh, well, we can speak about that in about an hour. King, the information has been provided to you.
A Pegasus descends from the sky illegally.
Pegasus are fine. They're considered familiars. Familiars are classified under pet.
Sweet.
Pets are legal as long as it doesn't meet the large creature requirement.
My character does a bow. I shall bid you all good day. And she turns around and heads back to the academy.
Okay.
Before she heads back, can I click my fingers to make a rose appear in her hands?
Okay. A rose appears into your hand, and you see a small ladybug just wander about and just sits on your lapel. I think you're wearing a suit.
Yes. I was rather hungry, thank you. And she's gonna take a bite of the rose head. And just walk away eating the rose head.
That happens.
Technically edible.
That is
Also,
true.
Technically, there's a bug on there.
Anyways.
The bug was on her lapel.
Anyways, as you wander off, the rest head towards the police station. Get into
were
the
we gonna
research.
shop first, or
I mean, you guys were gonna get up slabs, weren't you?
did you guys want to shop? Oh yeah, slabs first. Sure, go.
I need to get my tablet
Where is that?
so I can finally get on that newfangled Nintendo.
The woman that helped you get yours, Reltad, goes, "Oh, Miss Relta, welcome back. Is everything all right?"
Yeah. Kate. Oh, geez. Sorry, my dog. Let's see. Yeah. We're here for Caitlin.
Which one of you is Caitlin then?
Rialto will point at Caitlin.
Caitlin picks up her very large demon hand.
Oh, well, pleasure to meet you, Miss Caitlin. So, what are you looking to acquire today?
I was told to, and she takes out a number. Someone gave me this number and they asked me to get a tablet so that I can talk to them, I guess.
Oh.
Rialto will hold out her tablet and be like, she wants one of these.
Very good. Excellent, then. That will require, if you're getting the standard model, 100 gold. It will be linked up to the server hub within the police station, and you all have full coverage within the city, minor coverage outside of the city, and full coverage again once you head into another safe zone hub.
So what's so what's other than the regular thing that you said?
Oh, we do have some that links up to the private information of the police. However, that needs, how should I put this? Clearance from the director first. I mean, I'm sure you can get that without an issue, so long as you haven't rocked the boat.
Mm-hmm. So the regular one. How much was that again?
100 gold.
Caitlin gives her 100 gold.
Very well then.
I'll take one too.
3 months payment.
She laughs knowingly because you all do have your badge, whether you wear it or not. And you guys get paid rather well. Byroth then requisitions one as well. Very good. One for you, one for you. You now have the basic coverage. You can talk to each other, communicate. Anyone that has one of these can also communicate with you. Think of it similar to the message or sending spell.
Oh, I know that one.
Yes, very good. Basically, it incorporates that spell in a electrical current manner and allows it to dive in and delve into your mind. Similar to the sending
Okay.
spell.
Caitlin immediately, when she gets it, started to put in the phone number and only that phone number.
Okay. Byron, she says the same thing to you and to the rest of you. Now then, there are 5 games already input. However, any other games will require monetary value put in. Beyond that, if there's nothing else,
How
I'm
much?
sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just about to ask a Dogma how much would Hallie will actually have.
your starting off character would have at least 1,000 gold.
Okay. So I would actually be able to buy them because I put 35.
I had
Yeah.
15.
Yeah, you would. Do you requisition one?
Are these needed to contact one another?
No,
we have our badges.
the badge can that you already adorn upon yourself will connect with any other badge. Basically, this is a social piece, if you will.
Or we could send each other pictures, which is pretty
Yeah.
useful for police work.
You can also send funny videos and pictures online, post them, see how popular you rate, and can even acquire money through that.
Hallie would look so fucking confused.
How should I explain it? Have you ever heard of bards and performers?
Hollywood poses.
Very good. Think of it like that, but with this as your tool instead of yourself.
It's like the mail, but with pictures instead of words.
Caitlin tries to take a picture of just like the ground.
You take a picture of the roof.
Wait. Does it psionically link with her and like show her a picture?
Yeah, it mentally connects. But you take a picture of the roof because you had it front-facing camera on. So it gets
Caitlin looks down. That's what the roof looks like. I mean, that's what the floor looks like.
after a while though, you probably text the person again.
The
They
same thing. Hello.
Yeah.
Period. Enter like 13 times. Caitlin.
Okay. She actually does respond to this message. Goes, oh, no, she doesn't say that because she has to type this out. Was that you earlier? The number didn't register within my contacts.
This is gonna take a long time, Dogma.
10 minutes later,
response
you
to
say
this?
yes. 10 minutes. you get basically start slowly having a conversation, already absorbed within your new device.
Should we walk to the market while you have this 10
Yeah. Sure.
minute?
Well, while you guys are doing that, I'll show. You say your name Hollywood? Oh yeah,
Hollywood, dear.
Hollywood the glamorous.
Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Uh, Hollywood. I'll show you mine so you can see what it looks like to see if you want to buy one.
Sure, these lands are surely strange.
Yeah, they're super weird, but you can play games on it, and she'll show you one of the games and stuff.
Let's see.
I have to roll to try and understand any of this.
Oh,
What's your
I'm going off.
what's your base intelligence?
Oh, I don't think good.
I'm
If-
going off grandma logic with all this stuff.
If it's at least a
Okay.
+1,
Yes,
you'd
it's a
slowly
+1.
understand. You'll get there, but right now it's just confusing.
we'll have to take a selfie with you and show it to you.
Her eyes fucking sparkle like something's just been brought upon her that she has no comprehension over.
As you take a picture of yourselves, you sparkle and glitter, and accidentally Byroth was standing behind you, so he accidentally photobombed you guys.
I'd like
With
to think
glitter
that
on
I
him?
provide a nice, like, neutral background.
Yeah, I was about to his face is definitely not in it.
No, Jinxie.
You're not
Yeah.
tall enough to get my face. It's just like below the. This is like my nipples.
We'll have to fucking tilt the camera up to get your face.
In the meantime, we go over to... I don't know if I have that icon. But basically, there is a garden party. If I can find the dumb map. I should really archive more maps. School garden. There we go. I just noticed that the speakeasy music was still on.
Jinxie.
For some reason, these kids are super into old school music.
Nobody likes 90s hip hop more than a 13-year-old Jewish boy.
Basically, everyone's having a great time. King, you go back and you notice that the people that basically wanted to have a knack and a go at these types of things are a little bummed, but they are enjoying themselves. Thanks to Alice and Millie's cheering on, they all kind of got better as time progressed. They're no longer beating themselves up.
Sort of go and immediately apologise for having to leave so quick, but I've come back with gifts for them all for trying so hard and sort of produce the 2 cakes and put them onto the side.
All right. As you say, as you go off and do that, you hear a chant, just basically slowly and then quickly, cake, 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 cake. Millie and Alice then produce. Yeah. Oh, nice. They have the spell. Enlarge and reduce person and manifest it upon the cake.
Oh my god.
Cake
brilliant.
time! And it expands to feed everyone.
Just spend like the next sort of like 5-10 minutes going around and congratulating each person individually and sort of saying that they did a better job than I did at their age.
Okay. You easily do so, and one of them. I think I had her part of your team comes up and goes, thanks. I mean, we tried. We definitely did try. But it was fun that you taught us.
Trying's all I'd ever ask of you, and trying has no limits. Besides, I need a successor team after I leave. And I'm sure all of you have the capabilities if you try hard enough.
Millie nods. A few other students nod. I should really give you their names. Doesn't matter. They probably won't ever come up again. Maybe. Who knows? They will. But Alice then states, because it's easier to work with her, I've already established her character. And she goes, yeah, you've heard him. We'll be the best. Better than the best. No offense. Better than the best of the best. I elect Robert to be the freshman leader guy. You see that the deer fawn creature, you know him as Robert, then goes, wait, what? Millie then seconds it. Tara then agrees. You don't know why these guys are agreeing. He slowly begins to shrink down and hides behind the cake.
They're agreeing just to embarrass him.
By accident. Aniston drags him out of the cake and goes, King, what do you think? Should Robert go for it?
I think he should. He's got a lot to learn, and it's a very demanding title, but I'm sure he has what it takes.
Okay, I'll try my best. And Aniston begins to shoot out fireworks behind him. He is a little embarrassed, but you can tell that he's excited. Out of game, in game, you know that he's a shy, quiet kid, always in the background. Trying to fit in, but doesn't feel like he always does. Alice and Millie always try to include him into everything, along with a couple of their other friends. Basically, they just want him to be happy, and this super makes him happy. Like an hour goes by. You have fun. You get sick of cake.
Would have only eaten a few slices at most.
A few slices.
With the size of the slices, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a really restrained, like preteen. It's like, I'll only have 3. No, I'll be good.
Alice moves over and goes, King, one last thing. I heard you're gonna be working with my aunts and uncles. They're pretty stupid, but they're nice. But they don't talk a lot. So watch out for that.
Oh, I'll sort of give her a head ruffle, and I'm aware of it. Thank you. Is there anything you want me to say to any of them?
No, I just say hi when I get back home.
I was really hoping she'd just say, yeah, tell them they're dumb.
Show them that Cyber Rabbit or Cyber Fox and Raging Rabbit.
Doesn't matter.
Alice is slowly picking on the Mixie's personality. Oh no!
Do you head out and meet everyone at section 9?
Sort of after it's died down, everyone's sort of parting their ways, and yeah.
Yeah.
But I would just sort of stay then, not off to the side, but off to enough of the side that if anyone wanted to talk, they could have.
Oh yeah.
And it would mostly just be sort of building their confidence.
Yeah, that's fair enough. You guys talk, communicate. Everything is going well. You see that your old team has yet to arrive, mainly because I can't drag their tokens just yet. But they'll get there by tomorrow. From what you remember, they had to go to a field trip to rolling the Scar of the Ocean. So I'll be back in about a day.
The scar of the ocean. That sounds fancy.
It could be.
I
you know.
think I know what that is.
Yeah. In the meantime, though, everyone then heads out to shop. If I can find where you guys are at. Oh, there you are.
Which are we going? Oh, we're back here. Sweet. Ah, yes, the awkwardness. Also sweet.
Yes.
How much for tablets again?
100
100 gold.
gold.
100 gold.
They're not super expensive for you guys, but for regular people, that's 3 months' salary.
I'm just gonna be taking up pictures of as much things as possible.
I'm just gonna say that Hallowy does buy one, but she's just really trying her hardest to figure out
Oh my
while
god.
walking.
Sorry, just between Caitlin's newfound ability to see and like the fact that the lust shard is haranguing her about the appearance of things. Oof.
Oof.
Oh yeah. What do I call it, by the way?
I
Ruby
called it
Slab.
Nintendo.
Or Nintendo, or Sheikah tablet. Just anything that show. You can even call it a phone if you want. But I always went with Ruby Slab.
Call it glamorous phone.
Yeah, that'll work. You guys
Well,
said it.
It's a good.
Good.
I
I
imagine
can
if
finally see what this lust shard has been complaining about. Yay!
You basically turn the facing camera towards you, take a picture.
Without the demon armor.
Without the demon armor. You do not understand what it's talking about. I mean, you look great. I mean, you're a tiefling with red hair and pink skin and a very nice beret. Definitely look a lot different than you normally would. But you look fantastic.
Exactly.
Aims towards Hallowy. Oh, what the hell are you doing?
I took a picture of myself. A self-portrait.
There's a picture of Relta
Wait,
and
what
you,
did she
Halloween.
actually take a picture of? Oh.
she
Yeah.
has been blind for almost 800 years. Give a break.
That's
Event-
only been 400.
Eventually, you do figure out how the camera works. And then the thing in your mind states, and then you see, honey, we have so much to work with. There's definitely hidden potential within all that. Yeah.
Fuck you. You don't even have a body. I say out loud.
Do you say that out loud as you
Of
enter
course
into
I
the
say that
shop?
out loud.
Thank you.
I wasn't talking to you.
I don't know how
Oh,
to
hello,
respond.
hello, you.
Oh, hello. Welcome back.
Yeah.
So,
How's it going, friend?
great. So, what are you in the market for today, buddy?
Well, pal, my friend Byron here is in the market for some items.
Actually, I'm looking for magical enhancement of armor. What is the maximum strength that you can do for this?
Let's see. The maximum you can do without magic implementation would be a +2 armor set of any variety. Beyond that, however, would get into the magical equivalent, where we invoke +3 alongside, perhaps if you have the currency for it, resistance to certain elements, the shield spell implemented within the armor. Sometimes we can incorporate a spell.
What would be the price for the +3 plus spell?
Well, it depends on the type of spell, but the base price would likely run you around 800 gold.
This is interesting. If anybody else has questions, ask them now. I gotta think.
So how you been? Like it's been hours, feels like years.
Oh, it's been a day.
This person in chat because didn't want to interrupt. Whoops.
Okay, you do so, and you see that the person over to your left, left, appears to be an alchemist. She looks at you and goes, "Oh, hello. Pleasure to meet you. My name's Rebecca. How can I help you?"
Ah. What's her name, Rebecca?
Oh, hello, Rebecca. I was just simply wondering if you did any sort of art supplies, maybe anything of interest. You know.
Oh, certainly we can provide you with those things. Anything specific you'd like?
Some paints, some drawing utensils. I've kind of lost a lot of mine.
Oh, then what you likely require is a artisan's kit. A simple standard kit would run you. It would cover the bases, of course. Roughly 50 gold.
Can I ask a question?
Of course.
That was out of game.
Oh, I guess sure.
To any other places I've been for this kind of thing, would that be the same sort of price?
Most kits run you 50 gold. Like standard,
Okay.
flat rate. Oh, and it's Rebecca spelled really awkwardly.
2Ks.
Oh, I should have done 2Ks.
Rebecca.
Doesn't make it sound any different.
No. I just wanted to have a dumb name spelling. Anyways. Yeah. You can find other people that would sell you it, but this is the base price.
Yes, I think I will in taking this.
Alright.
Also-
Seeing as you're a new
Sorry.
customer, I will include this powder. You can tell that she has included what appears to be a powder agent where you put it in liquid and it basically is powdered watercolor.
Oh, thank you very much. Do I just add painter's kit or?
Yeah, you can write artisan supplies, painter's kit, plus paint bomb
Oh God.
or paint pouch. Probably paint
Okay.
pouch. You can
Okay,
get creative.
Yeah, if these guys can do +3 armor water breathing.
Huh. Water breathing would be an interesting way to go about it. That would raise the price by 200 gold, though. But it's manageable.
1,000 gold.
Yes, that'd be correct.
I'd agree. And also, if you could perhaps enchant this parasol with featherfall?
Oh, of course we can do that, but we do have some already available.
Whichever is cheaper.
The available ones have already been enchanted. Yours would require some work, so it'd be a little more expensive.
Are they like paper parasols?
A few are, some are silk, and some are simple cloth. Although if you have attachment to yours, I suppose we can do that.
No, I'll just get a silk one that they've already enchanted.
Okay, you
How
just
much?
dump yours in the trash, and they exchange it for the silk one and 100 gold.
I have a bag of holding, so
Do I overhear this?
Yes. Byroth is not a quiet boy.
Hmm.
Can I keep that in mind for later?
Okay.
okay. I'm done.
Okay. Caitlin, within your mind, you hear the voice again speaking. Really? You know, hon, if you just ask someone their name, they will tell you it. It's a little awkward, sure. But it's even more awkward if you're on your third date and you still don't know the woman or man's name.
This isn't a date.
I've literally had nightmares about that. by
Trust
the
me,
way.
hun. Each
That's the
social
thing, I've had
interaction can be something more. And yeah, I totally understand, Byroth.
I do. They say that like right in front of her face. BT dubs.
I assumed.
Yo, so what's your name, anyways?
First of all, you are correct. This isn't a date. And my name's Robin. Pleasure to meet you.
My name's Caitlin.
Oh, I knew that.
Oh yeah.
Now then, how to spell her name stupidly?
Ruben.
Nah, that's too easy. I'll go with Robine. To front. There we go. So, anyone else? No? Alright then.
Do you know of the Iron Stones?
I'm afraid not for sale. But we do know about them.
Okay. That was it.
Okay then. It'll take about 30 minutes to finish the enchantments and complete the orders. Here are your receipts. Please feel free to return in about half an hour. And we'll have your items. How do you already have your painter's kit?
Yeah, I was just Halliru's sort of side steps, and it's just like, so about those parasols, how much were they?
100 gold. Unless you want your own enchanted, then we can talk about it.
Unfortunately, I don't. Oh, wait. And she goes into her cape and pulls out this fucking parasol. I do. Sorry about that.
It's perfectly alright. Let's see. It's rather intricate, but we can still cover it at 150 gold.
But I'm losing money so quickly. I think that sounds wonderful.
Very well then. Here's your slip. But if there's nothing else, I'm sure you have things to do. And this social interaction has already been awkward.
I don't know what
Just
you
really
mean.
quick, does Rialto want to upgrade the guns or anything? Something like it.
I don't think I have any money.
I owe you.
Huh?
I owe you a little money.
I don't remember how much I have.
Not a lot, but if you want to add a +2 to something, I think.
Okay, I upgraded one of my guns, but not well, wait. Oh,
You bought
that's
fancy
not-
bullets.
That's right. I haven't even used them yet. Yeah, what can I?
How much is a +2 to a pistol?
Oh, a +2 would roughly round. If you have the gun with you, it roughly make it 200 gold. If you want one created or crafted for you, it'd run 500.
No, I'll lend Rialto 200 for a +2 to her stake thrower / shotgun.
Yeah.
All right then. Gives you a receipt. All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your patronage.
Oh, do you have any spell scrolls? Sorry.
No, I'm afraid not.
That's okay, Robin.
I mean, by the time you return, we'll probably make some since you've specified this. But at the moment, I can't offer you something we don't have.
Okay, I guess What spell do I even want from the spell scroll? Typing Robin in Google doesn't help anything.
It probably
You
won't.
just wanted to make social interaction last long, didn't you?
No, I think he just wanted to use Robin's name to make sure that he remembered it.
God.
Boop. You guys wind up
Yeah,
I'm
in
that's
on the
why.
table.
It's Robin and Rebecca, right?
Robin, Rebecca, and you don't know the third person's name.
Where's
Robin with
who-
a Y, Rebecca with 2 Ks.
Oh shit, sorry, Caitlin.
What's up?
I was so on top.
That's okay.
There's 2 of you.
That's also correct. We're multiplying. We are many. You are few.
I also forgot to delete it.
Vampire inflation.
And delete.
Have you seen that movie Us? It's kind of like that.
Can you eventually
So
get
back-
there? You're back in section 9. King eventually wanders back in. He was there for a while, noticed that you guys weren't there, wandered about, and came back in.
King is a she.
I mean,
don't know
he
that
has
for
in
sure.
Rex.
Yay, costume change time.
We don't know what it is.
We know it's fate. Like
I'm gonna max my bloody data out with these costume changes yet again.
I think I should make you a flip token at a certain point.
That would be helpful.
I
Just
think I might have to have one as well.
alright, give me images and I'll make token like I did for
I'll
Caitlin.
be able to do that when Zara finishes some of them.
Hey, fuck off. You sent me like 10.
Yeah, but I think you only have like 2 left. 3.
I
3 left.
know.
Alright, are we gonna jump into Ramon briefing, or are we gonna try and make a connection between... Or, no, I guess I could just have a conversation
so-
with the Section 9 cyborg later. Never mind.
The thing that I'll request. Don't ignore the stuff at the top right over there. The thing that I would request from them is Liamon's tiny hut.
Oh, what irony. Oh, what irony.
Yeah. Oh, King, you see cake.
I look at it for a moment. I think about it. I push it off to the side.
Okay, can we see that King is like Academy age? Like Alice age?
A little older than Alice, but the Academy accepts anyone that has the inkling of magic within them, varying in ages.
I know. And
You
this
saw
is
a 30-year-old there.
I'm just wondering, because out of character, she was hanging out with them. So I was just wondering, can we see that she's
Late
got
teens.
magic?
Yeah, late teens.
Okay,
She's probably in
Seven-
school somewhere.
17? Alright.
17?
More or less, around
Yep.
that age, from what you can tell.
Maybe in college.
That's not college.
That
It-
is
Where are you
college.
from?
It can be. Anyways, Ramon then looks towards the rest of you because he's wound down Claire. Just basically fed him until he was satisfied. And then goes, "Oh, welcome back. I had this food for you. Definitely not all for me. Would you all like some cake?"
Nah.
There's a big roast bird on there, Barrel, to get in there.
Okay. You all
Oh,
wonder about.
so you have 2 kids at the academy. How did you do enrollment there?
I am part of the research and development department. They are my children and both have varying degrees of magic. And that was it.
So if I wanted to roll a kid there, I had to go directly to the academy, or could I request it through you?
You can request it through me or through the academy. You are a political, let's call you inquiry. You have possess magic of your own. and you work for the Research and Development Department. I think you meet all the requirements.
Fyroth
Oh,
will say
enough for me.
around mouthfuls of chicken or turkey or duck, whatever this is. You would want to have a chill there. It's wildly unsupervised.
Oh, that
Instructors have no
reminds me.
control.
Your wonderful children, Ramon, warned me about this lot. I suspect it shall be a entertaining time.
I mean, more than likely, that's likely why this group has a Civ working with you. Wait, did you all lose her
There it is.
somewhere?
Isn't she supposed to follow us?
Apparently, we're either the most incompetently stealthy group ever, or she is bad at her job.
It's that moment when she was talking to you guys while I was inspecting something, you all just fucking walked away and left her.
That is actually what
Like-
happened. Anyway,
Two of the people are in like very heavy looking armor, clunking around. Yes, stealthy. That's our expertise.
I just want to say I produced another rose, hand it over to King, and said, "Oh, do you want another snack bar?"
Thank you, but I'm rather full at this time.
you see Civ enter in running, exhausted. Sorry, got lost. Sorry, excuse me.
Oh, greetings.
It happens all the time. Long legs.
I mean, not all the time. Eh?
Caitlin does a badoons with her own mouth.
We were just saying how woefully unprepared the academy faculty is for the magical abilities of its students.
Oh! I mean, if you'd like, you can enroll and find out for yourself, but I do have the dossiers of various teachers and their qualifications and the notorieties they've acquired through their disciples, as well as any inklings you have towards their history and past lives, as well as she goes on and on and on and
Have
on.
I
you spoken
assumed
to-
that this school would be good enough for my Penelope.
Have you spoken to the lieutenant in charge of the Mighty Nine case? I made a full report to him.
Oh yes, of course. She then hands you a dossier and goes, according to the report, you acquired and assessed what appears to be a comic collection. She then presents you with the comic books that Maria collected and gathered. According to the report, you each... No, one of you, the one that got sent away back home, acquired these. These are made out of what appears to be psychic paper. Ramon then is a gasp. That's not possible. Yes, neither did the other researchers thought, but apparently it's crafted out of that. Most of the time, psychic paper can be used for simple parlor tricks, such as changing it into a red paper, changing it into the card. Much like magic tricks, you can swipe it in and go, oh, is this your card? Is that your card? Simple parlor tricks, but it is something that the R&D department has been developing for some time. It does require the person that is using it to really focus and hone its skill. If someone, say, were to create documents out of this, it could be a potential problem. However, this has gone on a wider scale, allowing the town, the city, the people that believe in this Mighty Knight to literally see into the future, this man's future. Whoever was doing this seems to be very influential and capable of entering into the research and development department to a great extent that we might possess a mole within the area. Yeah.
Let me get this straight. You're saying that this comic book, this paper, is a psychic focal point that amplifies the beliefs of people into reality?
In a sense, yes. If one focuses...
And it was developed by Section 9?
No, this was developed by the... let's see here. Looking at our notes.
Section 5?
Section 5, yes, correct.
But
Gold
by
star
one of
for
the
me.
section. This is our technology
Yes.
that has escaped.
And more has this been occurring. If I had to guess, more than likely why I'm also here is to make sure none of you are the mole.
And you weren't here earlier, but someone was saying that the academy had proper oversight. I was saying did not.
Oh, that! You must not know about the gargoyles then.
No,
They
I
have
don't
those
know
here?
about gargoyles. I know about psychic paper and changeling amulets in the hands of children. This is what I know.
Yes, speaking of the changeling amulets, those were also assets of the research and development department. And somehow that
Caitlin
has
takes it out and
escaped.
puts it on the table.
Get to know. And somehow that knowledge was taken from us, recreated, and then now is mass produced on a greater scale. That is a problem. If people aren't ready for this technology, they can easily hurt others.
Isn't this amulet just a different way of casting disguise self?
Correct. And do you know of many humans that can do this?
Put this in the hands of a master assassin. It's the most deadly thing he has.
If illusions are something that bother you.
No, I don't have a problem with illusions myself, but they can become a problem if someone isn't, let's say, aware of them or properly trained. Basically, we're handing, to put it in a perspective, a knife to someone that can barely grasp a straw.
Putting a lit match in the hand of a toddler.
Oh yes, that could also work. But I would never do that, so that's awkward.
Fire comes from a culture where like kids use knives.
Yeah, I know. Actually, Sid would know that too. But neither here or there. At any rate,
Shit, I lost my cup.
at any rate, why are we all here?
Well, I specifically came here to ask Ramon about enrollment for a child.
Oh, I
What? Caitlin has a child. Do we know that?
yes.
Penelope?
Wait, is it like?
You've been to the child's grave.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, isn't she dead?
Technically.
Okay.
Aren't I technically dead?
No, I was just curious. Out of.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
that would sound weird. Yeah, you know, Caitlin has a child currently buried and deceased, but you live in
6
a
feet
magical
under.
world.
Yeah. So I'm like, wait, why is she asking about him? Like, I don't know. It's just
Yeah,
curious. Never
definitely
mind,
raising an
I'll just let
eyebrow.
this play out and.
Ramon
see
goes, "Oh, well, if it's not for you, you can also requisition someone that you recommend. That's easily done.
Okay. I'll let you know in 5 days.
Certainly. Now
There
then,
surely must be better schools in Noche. Anyway, sorry. Moving on.
I'd rather have her close to me.
anyone else before we begin?
Puts the cup down. So, what exactly is this mighty knight?
According to reports, he is a vigilante going about, wandering about, and doing good. Outside of that, it's a person that is apparently using some sort of magic without being spotted, somehow being in the right place at the right time without being seen by the police. So much so that mercenaries have been called in. As they are not police, they can wander about without the badge. That being said, he's also a threat to any potential civilians around the area. He is not trained for this. So much so,
Farah kind of rolls his eyes at that. It is likely we have seen him before, and perhaps not trained for police work, but he's no amateur.
oh no, I'm not saying he's not an amateur, but the problem the main problem is he's inspiring others that are seriously not trained for this. Some of them
No,
have
this
gotten
is-
hurt, some of them have already reached the hospital. He has gone to that point.
An influential figure.
Yes.
Question, Dogma, would I, with my title, know that some of these school students have done it?
Oh yeah, big time. You know Alice. You know
Oh,
of
okay.
her group. I think I called them the Mighty Knights last time. If not, you know their group as the Mighty Knights.
Alright.
Mighty
No.
Knights!
You know Cyber Rabbit or Cyber Fox and Raging Rabbit. You know them.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anyways, Ramon then states that's the main issue. We don't want others emulating and getting hurt. So we want to ascertain the situation by bringing them in.
I briefed the lieutenant in charge of the investigation as such. And
What level of force is applicable for this, would you say?
Non-lethal if I had my say in this, but for some reason, some of the higher-ups want him dead or alive.
Can I get a baseball bat?
Sure. You can requisition one at the item drop repository.
Excuse me. I'll still be listening. My sword is not non-lethal.
Okay.
your horrific lust blade.
Oh, I'm not talking about the
What
lust
happened
blade.
to your whip thing.
That's also it's a magic spell, so it can't be like non-lethal.
Uh,
As you wonder about, Ramon then
Ramon, I
go ahead.
actually have something to after I have something to say to you in confidence. After,
Sure.
relating to the case.
Beyond that, anyone else need to say anything? No? All right then. Go ahead.
So, are there living accommodations?
Yes, did your team not mention the mansion that was acquired for them?
I said something about it.
I think we choked on their fucking tea. Mansion?
Claire then states, yes. I was going to deliver the keys after this meeting, but she then tosses it in front of you, Hello, and then you, King. These are your dorms, if you will. Right now, Section 9 has their own living quarters after the last incident where they were promptly kicked out.
I stare at Claire, looking at her seriously. Are we allowed to customize our own rooms? Is that something we can do?
So long as you don't break any walls.
Or is that in regards to the mansion or the barracks?
Both.
Mansion.
I say while I'm trying to figure out how to acquisition something.
Yeah, this one is not like
I
centrally
would have
synced.
turned down the keys, by the way. I would have said, it's very generous of you, but I already have residence.
Keep the keys regardless. You do or might need to meet each other at that location. Then Ramon states,
Very well.
good. Now then, you do have on to this report. You do have a few missions you can do. You can just laze about as well. You can do the Mighty Knight mission if you'd like, but right now the police and the task force are on that subject. You can get briefed later on. You can head out of the city if you'd like. I can acquire a few vacation days for you. Maybe head outside of the Forbidden Zone to get some clean and fresh air. Civ then states, we can also see the chained up god. Ramon then goes, you told them about that? I mean, I kind of wanted to share, and you were going to tell them eventually. Yes, but when they were ready. I mean, I think they're ready now. If you think so.
I'm sorry, I think they're already now two literal new people that she met a couple of hours ago.
One of them who literally, like, after every time King was like, "Don't worry about it," she was like, "You said," like, mad note scribbling.
Yeah.
Hey, do you know like where I could get a baseball bat? I don't know the acquisition stuff.
Yeah, sure. Is there any reason why we're whispering?
I mean, they're having a conversation over there.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
You know full well that Byroth is a blacksmith.
I don't need a metal bat.
I'm looking at Caitlin's fucking. What's that demon next to Caitlin's horse?
I literally said don't worry about that.
Don't worry about it. Noma then quickly acquisitions you a bat, presents it to you. You don't see it, so he just puts it in your hand. There you go.
Thanks.
No problem. It's a +1 bludgeoning instrument.
I know what a bat is.
Okay.
I'm Caitlin, by the way.
Noma, I think you actually hired one of my team.
Caitlin sits down with her baseball bat. Alright, I got the bat. What are we doing?
Currently just seeing what you guys want to do.
Well, I got the bat, so like something where I could use this bat.
No
Okay,
legal
I think-
damage.
It's important to us to, if I'm correct, to investigate these comics that are a focal point of psychic energy around the city. And Ramon, this involves you personally. This is kind of the pressing issue at the moment, unless the group feels different.
I mean, if I'm gonna enrolling a child into the school, it probably should be safe. So, and plus, I did get the bat.
Civ then states, well, if we're gonna do that, then we might as well go to the central hub of energy within the city's catacombs. That way we will see where the energy is being dispersed. Ramon then states, and you told them about that. I think they're ready. You just met them today. I know, but I just have a good feeling about them.
Literal person that fucking performed in the middle of a bar. I like
This
them.
is-
I like the cut of their jib, you know.
She is the worst Inquisitor ever. I love it.
Or the best.
Or she just, like, really believes in us. I don't know.
You've never heard of a false sense of safety, have you?
Either way, Ramon goes, alright, you have your mission. No rush, but the longer you take, more than likely, depending on the mercenary, the job will get done regardless. Good luck out there. Try not to die, get to know each other a little better. Maybe have a meal or two or a drink together. Beyond that, safe travel. As we end the session for today. And then Claire states, they're not traveling, they're staying in town. Alright. As we end the session for today.